This Genie take video shit out again on some real shit. Look, I'ma keep it 100.
Gakirah was very loved in her neighborhood. She had the clout that EBT Ambry and Jarrell City Booby wanted badly. Gakirah was crowned First Lady due to her reputation that she was willing to do anything for her gang in exchange for the clout. With that clout came jealousy, gang ties, and death threats, which involved murder and gang shootings for STL. However, K.I. didn't always have clout for Tukaville. Before she was crowned, she was just a teen struggling to pay attention in school. In Chicago, there are crime stories and there are crime legends. From the tweets to the streets, from the horror to the hope. K.I. was indeed a badass gangster girl, but not so much the case before joining STL. Gakirah was indeed infamous. She was a killer. She was alleged to have killed up to 17 people before the age of 17. She had made a name for herself and wasn't afraid. K.I. wielded power with a pistol and a smartphone. She could bang a pistol, but she could use social media just as deadly. From a Taekwondo assassin to a secret life of a gang girl. Now, a green light on a gang girl's demise. Gakirah has a legendary status as a killer at a young age. Chicago has the youngest age killers in the country. 1 in 10 children in Chicago has either shot or killed or know a killer in Chirac. Children in Chicago lack empathy. Gakirah battled with just staying in school. She was born in '97 on Chicago's South Side. She was raised with the GDs in Woodlawn. When Gakirah was just 1 year old, her father was shot and killed by a rival gang. Gakirah never had a chance to see or hear her father. Growing up without a father caused Gakirah to never get the answers she so desperately needed. However, she did know a lot of people. Gakirah met Desiree Van. Van became Gakirah's best friend and tried to keep her on the right path and away from gang. Kyra was rough on the edges. She was a straight up tomboy and wasn't really attracted to men. Kyra, she liked women. Gakirah was forced to grow up quickly. In the 8th grade, Kyra started being exposed to social media after she graduated the 8th grade. She attended a math and science institute. After dropping in and out of school, she eventually dropped out of the Math and Science Institute. Kyra wanted to be a social worker and she loved talking to kids. However, she started ganging with STL and EBT members. Kyra is now starting to rep Tukaville, but members are getting shot and Kyra needs to get some clout so she can have pool. The listening gap, which is the time difference between our mental ability to interpret words and at the speed at which they arrive to our brain. Desiree was telling Kyra no, turn around, don't bang, but the streets is a talkaholic and she became punch drunk off the action. Kyra received multiple dialogue enhancers, which are supporting statements such as I see or I'm listening that indicate we are involved in the message. Taekwon stated if Kyra wanted, Kyra got. Kyra started repping Darkside hard and STL. However, the biggest war on 63rd and 65th was brewing. Shondell Gregory, Tuka, a member of STL, was shot and killed by TYMB on 63rd and STL in January of 2011. Tuka was a good friend of Gakirah. Kyra cried for days after Tuka was killed. She expressed how she felt on Twitter, but no help came. She wanted someone to talk to, but it never came. Desiree Van, Gakirah's best friend, saw Kira's post and walked to her house. Kyra stated it's too much. Van responded and stated the best way is to release it. Don't hold it in. After the death of Tuka, STL and EBT nicknamed their hood Tukaville or Tuka Gang. Months later, O.D. Perry was shot in the neck in Parkway when Gakirah Barnes and another slid on their block. Several witnesses stated to 12 that Gakirah Barnes was the shooter. Police issued a capital murder warrant for Kyra, but before they could serve the warrant, witnesses recanted to testify against her, fearing STL and EBT. After police killed Lil B, K.I. started to go crazy on social media. She began to diss MOB and 051 Young Money. She didn't care about life anymore. K.I. started to diss members from 051. She dissed Facts and Kiddo, and started screaming Die Y, which is a diss to Young Money. .051 Kiddo wrote a letter stating F Tukaville. K.I. took it as a diss to Tuka and stated 051 was dissing Tuka and responded saying F Facts. Booby responded, clearing that up, and K.I. and Booby got to arguing and dissing each other's dead homie. Booby then dissed K.I.'s sexual orientation and her girlfriend, Christian, who she stated been bussin' since Sexton started. K.I. then aimed at MOB, telling Scrap she is MOB but MOBK. Scrap responded to K.I. that she never seen a dead body in her life. Scrap stated this to diss K.I. for claiming to have made O-Block, when indeed MOB created that. Scrap made these accusations. K.I. was going through a terrible mix of feelings. She took on the alias Taekwon Assassin and No Surrender, Lil B. Taekwon Assassin was for Taekwon, No Surrender Lil B was for Lil B, both of whom were shot and killed on the block. Lil B was a known killer for STL. He took credit for killing J Money from O Block. Ki stated she tired of seeing her peeps in a casket. Ki dedicated her life to Lil B's revenge. She wanted war with the police. In one instance, Ki needed a ride to a funeral. King Von replied on Twitter,
Catch the bus. Ki said, nah, me and my homegirl just gonna steal a car.
Ki and STL started ganging hard with MOB Scrap and Dusky. Ki took the back seat and allowed Wooski to MOB up.
I'm going to switch to sweets today. Don't do that today. It's not today. On Tuka, I never saw you, dude, and I be on the drive. Laughing out loud, saw you before, right or wrong. Hell yeah, ever since then I feel like you be hiding or something. Because I be coming through ever since then, right or wrong. I been coming on roads, I think when you be coming over here, I be going over there or something. Laughing out loud. Hell no, but this wrench from around the way said y'all in O-Block coming up with a plan to hurt me. I'm not gonna lie to you, we want to, but I don't think I can get you. You seem cool as hell. When are you gonna stop gangbanging? Man, I'm not a goofy. When you gonna stop banging? What you talk about? I'm not trying to start shit with you. I don't know. I don't like losing or quitting. I love my gang. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We're not pushovers. Y'all must be really threatened by me. Look, I'm not trying to start shit with you. So why you trying to start shit with me? And no, we're not desperate to get you. We're trying to get nobody. I had a 9 on me the day I saw you. I was on the bike and I tried to grab you, but the police was right there. And one of the bitches had it on too, the day we jumped you on the train. So if I really wanted to get you, I would have taken my chances those 2 times. Is STL it? Get with it or get lost. I'm ready to go to war with anybody. You don't always have to act so tough. Treat ops like ops. What the hell you expect? Where y'all at? Come outside. Laughing out loud. Don't start shit with me. Y'all done got the one. Y'all put up for the rest of the month, huh? Hell yeah. You and your friend T-Roy. Kyra be sounding sexy on the phone. On David. Kyra ain't no lame. I think I love you. Laughing my ass off. Don't do that, ma. Talking about wifey. You stupid. Laughing out loud. You could be wifey. I'ma treat you right. On David. I'm on the way. On G. Nah, don't get on the train, cause that shit fugazi, homie. And I ain't coming back till later, so you can take your time. You funny as hell. I'ma come to you, B. Kyra always tweaking with me when I'm bored. You funny as hell. Why not? Alright, gone, girl. Yup.
The cyberbanging trend would have deadly consequences for Gakirah Barnes and everyone else in her neighborhood. And just before she turned 14, it went to a whole other level.
She ain't know how she did though. But we in this bitch though. I mean, this is right here with Krusky, man.
Fuck you, man. We out here, man. Jack got out. Off the red monkeys can't stay still, man. Shout out to Trey P, man. Shout out to Dion. Shout out to my broski, Lil George, Twinno back out here, man. You already know how that shit go.
Fuck you, man. We out here, free guys. But we finna go roll up a dope song.
Free Brian, nigga. Finna grab these switches, nigga.
Shout out number 3, man. More cheap FBG shit. You know they get it in, man. Man, we don't be out here lacking. We just get it cracking. Tuckerville, we get it. That's what I'm real with us from. On cheap. Free the guys, though. On cheap. Free Lil B from EBT. You already know how that shit go. We in this bitch, blood and shit. On cheap, you know how that shit go.
Yeah, we out here, man.
Cheap. Tuckerville, Tutu gang shit. Ain't lying, ain't lying, ain't lying, ain't lying, ain't lying, I'm a smoke.
I won't do my shit. Won't no nigga hop on me. Ain't no bitch talk back on me. Once I make it, they gon' fake it like they really love me. But they land, I can see it in they eyes. They ain't kind, they just use me, tryna spoof me.
Before Gakirah died, Ki was queening up for Taekwon World, but claiming to be Tukaville's top shooter. Taekwon took no interest in denying that. Gakirah had clouded up. Desiree Van, Gakirah's best friend, tried to keep Kyra on the right path, away from gang. She even tried to help convince her to become a rapper, where she could express her pain through music rather than gun violence. Her relationship with King Von took flight to a whole nother level. Even though Von tried to smash Kyra, she wasn't having it. She told King Von, stop trying to crack her. She not opt out. Either get with it or get lost. Von didn't give up. After he cracked her, straight headshot. She knew it. That's why she would only rock with him on Twitter. And Desiree told her the same thing. I miss you so much, number one. It's like since you left, I've been so lost. I'm locked in with myself right now. Forever screaming long live Tutu, Kyra, and Big Clout. Whoever tried to hack my you-know, it's not gonna happen, so just knock it off, fucking weirdos. I miss you so much. This pain got me so numb at Taekwon Assassin. I lost so many people for 7 years straight. You know's for life. Never let up, baby girl, at Gakirah Assassin. Almost 12ville at Taekwon Assassin. You know, I fucking miss you. I'm thirsty for bro. I wish you was here, Twin-O, cause we would've fucked up on our birthdays. 100. You know the fans hurt, we share our Twitters at Gakirah Assassin. Lil B, one of them niggas, he got the whole city behind him. 100. I done seen too many of my niggas in the casket. We at the top, 12 trying to take us down. No surrender, Lil B. 30 with a beam, will it show you what my nigga mean at Gakirah. The ops didn't take you, but we need you, bro. I'ma fuck over the ops for you. That's my blood. 12 left my nigga in cold blood. I missed you, boy. I guess you niggas won't get the picture until one of you asses get put in the frame. 100. I done lost a couple partners when I thought shit couldn't go wrong. 100. Drive-bys and homicides, what you down to die for? Why the police have to kill broski? He was too much. I got niggas trying to off me, put me in a coffin. Can't wait to buy me a Lambo. Can't wait to bomb my niggas out. 100. This game's so foul, but I made a vow to a code that I'll never break.
I am Filthy Plucks.
K.I. and the ops really went to war on Twitter. K.I. expressed her emotions for the world to see. She felt the world was against her. Gakirah has pics with Taekwon before he was backdoored. She also has pics with Lil B before 12 killed him. CPD loves to kill killers. Taekwon Tyler was only 13 when he was shot and killed by a member of Jaro. Taekwon was really close with Gakirah. Taekwon Tyler loved him some K.I. Nacion Flowers, 23, was charged with his murder after he shot Taekwon in the head at a party. The day K.I. was gunned down, she tweeted happy birthday to Boss Trail, who was killed 2 years earlier. Here's a pic of Boss Trail and his girlfriend before he died. MOB Scrap also died the same year. Scrap was shot in the chest days before he was killed. He was ready to go to war after being shot. Here is FBG Young after he was shot by MOB Scrap. The death of Taekwon started TW, Taekwon World. The gang is very ruthless and its top shooters are deceased. Taekwon is on 62nd and Rhodes. The death of Taekwon in the war with O-Block behind members of Taekwon World is still active, although most members are deceased. As I drove through O-Block, the memories of 2012 movement lays desolate. However, there are thousands ready to take that place. As I park where Kane Get Right was killed on 63rd and Vernon, it brings the dreadful memories of the double murder that took place here. As I stand on high grounds at this house on 64th and Eberhard, it cuts deep to know Gakirah took her last breaths here on these steps. As I get to know Shay, it turns out she's a pretty cool chick. She does hair and she's a real chill girl. Gakirah, losing all her friends, really added to the war here in Chicago. KI was a product of that. She chose to sell it. Gakirah had expressed she felt betrayed and that why her friends have to keep dying. Kyra vowed to start moving different. Gakirah stated that God has a spot for her soon, and she is not going to be a prisoner of death, but rather she would embrace it. She also stated, I bet a lot of motherfuckers mad they ain't cracked me. Laughing but serious. Straight played motherfuckers out. She also stated, I do what I do, cause I know God got a day for me. Turn up or die on Tuka. She also stated, Lil B, the ops didn't take you, but I'ma forever do the ops for you. R.I.P. the long way. K.I. spoke about death as she wasn't afraid to accept her fate. She is killed and she thinks it will eventually catch up to her. Dualism, a way of thinking that constructs the polar opposite. K.I. wanted a future, however, her actions didn't. K.I., Gakirah Barnes, was gunned down in a hell of bullets on August 2014. She was sadly murdered at the young age of 17. She was shot over 9 times in the head, neck, face, and body on the 6500 block of South Eberhard. She ran to a house and collapsed trying to get help. Gakirah was buried next to her father. She never had a chance to meet him, but now she has her father next to her in burial.